Good afternoon, everyone. I am Grace Sanchez, and I am gonna tell you about the Predicting the Future in the Cities, a project based in the article from the architect Gary Golden, Predicting the Future. All the cities throughout the history have adapted themselves of the need of the man, prioritizing places of worship, places of praise, meets, inatives, etc. From this to evolve again throughout to the 20th centuries with the steam engines and the industrial circuits on a regional scale, as can you see in the region of Tarapacá. An example for this will be the connection of the nitrate cities from the with the port cities, in which some they had a role of exportation and another for a role of extraction, and which so also they had the also depend of the technology of the time. They are optimization their level of capacity, and also the cities also adapted. And an example for this will be the city of Iquique in the nitrated period of the history. And this is about for the following the article who the cities will be changed in the future from the architect Gary Golden. Gary Golden sits in a small coffee on Brooklyn, and in front of him skates in a paper with diagrams and a little table. He sketches the trains, the cars, the buses, the highways, and explains his ideas. Gary Golden has a one passion: transportation. The sciences who to the move people from the one place to the another place fascinate him, and he spent his days the relationships between the cars, the trains, and the buses for which they meant. But he most extended imagined, and the relationship will be changed in the next 20 years. Golden is a futurist. A futurist are scientists who analyze the way the world is today and use to the information to make prediction about what the world will be like in the future. In this way, proposing and histories who try to better understand present through studying to the past. The futurists that make decisive predictions and about the future, we can't make better decisions today. Some futurists study the environment, some futurists the human society, but Gary Golden focuses for a study of the transportation. He earned in the graduate degree of the future scientist from the University of Houston, living in Houston for two years and changed the way to view the transportation of the United States. In the many public transportations, the city is to Spalding. It can take more than 3 hours to drive to the one point of the city and another point of the city. However, Houston was sure of inspiration from Gary Golden. Houston is a really interesting place. He explained it in the article from the New York Times, Predicting the Future, and their transportation is fascinating story. It's worth watching. When you think about what is the US like, it's more like Houston. So you need to understand how Houston approaches him to understand the country and is a whole. But the New York City is an exception. And he say in the interview from the New York Times, Golden Point, the people in the New York City is work much more in the United States, much more than anywhere in the United States. It's a unique environment, very different to the rest of the country. However, Golden believes it's all the America will be to the more similar to the New York City in the next 20 years. He says the throughout fewer cats in the future. He explained the city have a really cost for the cars. These vehicles will be a cost of the city. This is a service. This is a repair roles. In the scale of the role in the city, and the car also take a lot of space on Houston. As can you see in the previously paper, the cars take more in the scale of the city than New York. For example, 30 parking space every resident than the 64.8 million parking spaces in the only one city. And this is structured like this. Golden Point to out they have so many parking spaces is inefficient, as you can say it, and the car have a parking for the 95% of the time, and the most inefficient spaces sit empty. Also, at high use the time. For example, Saturday in the afternoon when everyone running errands, every parking spaces of shopping in the center is full. But at the 3 a.m. in the Monday, no one is the shopping center. What is the solution? He said, I am thinking the cities are going to start to legacy the cars in the very new ways, says Golden. He explained that the cities will be make a new law to limit the number of the car can have the city limit. It says the people will be use the taxis and abuses or railways. The buses have a similar problem of inefficiency as the parking spaces, explains Golden. Sometimes they are full, sometimes they are empty. But imagine if everyone have a smartphone, and a man uses it to be the signal, and they wanted to ride the bus. The buses could be changed the route depending on who wanted to ride. How soon will be changed the come? Golden admits that will take several years. The city will be slow to change but it's coming, he say, and the trend environment to be will be soon. The another trend that excites Golden is electric cars. We need to the roads amount to follow to with consume, says Golden, and everyone agrees to the question how to do it. Golden especially believes in the future of the electric cars have a sensor to understand the world around them. If they have a car communicated to the another car with the another's, and can you speed and eliminate traffic jams. The rush hour in Houston suddenly the much painful. One challenge to the production One challenge to the production of the electric car is be the hard to chiplet to produce the battery and the strength of enough the car. This partly because the cars are so heavy. But Golden guessed in the article, this could be revolutions the highways, he says, and they make cars of the strong capacities and make these cars with a strong plastic compost. And this is revolutions the highways. And he says when the electric smart car becomes the norm, Golden argues to the 2030. As a futurist, Golden shares his prediction with another scholars at the conference across the country. He proves at these complaints. They want to know what the future will be like. There are so many expecting and many exciting to deployments, he says. In the 30 days will be in a very different world. And as conclusion for this will be, and as a conclusion for the article predicting the future for the Garrigone, we can draw the quitting the cities from the future. It will be walk much more. Much of the use to car is to increase to the population of the cities, as you can see in this page of the actual Iquique. That the solution of the transportation is no longer expanded the facility, the means of the transportation. Be means of the machine technology that is dominates the transportation. To the fact and the paradox of the heaven, in which the more vehicles light, the more congestion. You will see the worst will be the mobility from the one place to the another. If that, the pedestrian will be privileged to travel on the city, as you can see in this in the city of Iquique. The city will end up mutating in another way, so as increase in the pedestrian route and vehicles relationship, especially in the small cities like Iquique. Thank you everyone for listening. Goodbye.